What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We out here with a Patreon request. This time we taking a look at, I think it's the Voice of the Soul by the band Death. Okay, now I was looking for lyrics to this, and apparently there aren't any. So, because I like to listen to songs with lyrics so I can catch as much as I can on my first listen. So if this is purely instrumental, knowing my reaction style, we're gonna be trying to dissect some of these sounds, and that rhymed. So let's go ahead and shut up and turn it up. Okay, hold on, before we jump straight in, because this is only 3 minutes. So the very beginning of that was very interesting. Okay, so check this out. I'll be thinking of some mad visuals when I be listening to this. So that very beginning kind of gave me sense of sorrow, right? Because of the way that it was playing. Now, we kind of got an introduction into the hard stuff rather quickly, right? You kind of hear that strum. It was just, it came and it came and went, right? So, and then once the guitars really started getting in there, it kind of gave you that sense of crying, right? It was just wailing in the background. And I'm sitting here looking at this image and everything. So immediately I started thinking of Dante's Inferno, thinking of like the levels of purgatory of hell. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting here thinking, there's these sounds. Let's say that you died, right? And there at the beginning, and then all of a sudden you find out that you're going to hell, right? And once you find that out, they do that guitar strum, right? And then you're going down there, and then all of a sudden the suffering starts. And that's what that wailing in the guitar is. You know what I mean? It's just going back. It's just that's what's giving me the idea of wailing, of screaming, like of pain and misery and everything. That's what I'm getting straight off. Okay, so looks like we're transitioning to the second phase of this song. Like we're transitioning to the third phase. So that second phase, right? We kind of got that call and response. That was interesting. The tempo kind of, not tempo kind of picked up. The rhythm kind of picked up, right? So this is giving me kind of like ideas of, especially with the call and response, right? If I'm gonna stick with this whole purgatory thing, this image is definitely helping sell in this ideal in my head. If I'm gonna stick with this, I'm sitting here thinking of two people that probably found themselves in the land of purgatory, right? And they're more likely calling for help or looking for anybody. So that's what they got that call and response. It's like, hey, who are you? Hey, I'm this guy. And then there's a call and response, and then slowly the instrumentals start blending in together as if they are combining each other's efforts, right, to push forward. Okay, now the ascending, right, because it kept ascending, was like da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. It's almost as if with the combined teamwork and effort, they keep achieving new heights, right? Okay, all right, moving on. Okay, that was that. Hold on. It's not over until it's over. Okay, it is indeed over. Okay, so very interesting. Okay, and then halfway through listening to this, I totally forgot the title of the song, "Voice of the Soul." Right. So now that I'm thinking about that, now I'm just thinking about well, actually, it could still mean the same thing, right? I was sitting here talking about purgatory, right? Dante's Inferno and everything, and Voice of the Soul, right? Because usually if you're in that realm, right, we're just staying in the Dante's Inferno kind of thing. If you're in that realm, it's your soul, it's your spirit that's going through these troubles and everything. So I'm gonna stick by that. So sadness, right? Going through the levels of purgatory. Like I said, I could be completely wrong with something like this, but the thing about music that's purely instrumental is that everybody's gonna come away with their own understanding, their own meaning, and it's just simply what I'm getting from it. So, sad you died, found out you're going to purgatory, right? You're going through there's the wailing and sobbing and crying. Through your trials and tribulations, you find somebody else to help you make it through. You guys combine and start making efforts to push through, right? And it helps down there when it says the sound of perseverance. And then at the end, it almost looks like maybe they had won or somewhat, had reached the pinnacle of whatever they were aiming for. Okay, so that's what I get from this song. Now, I do want to take a break and just talk about this cover art because it is very, very interesting. Obviously, not obviously, at first glance, it obviously looks like your typical Reaper, right? Because we got the dark space and everything, and we got kind of like the dangles of the hood and everything, right? And then I look at closer look, and it looks like there's like a mouth right there with teeth, right, as if you're being devoured. And then obviously another look, it's a cliff because we got people that are climbing. Now the people that are climbing could be the representation of maybe the soul trying to persevere, right, or trying to get to the top of the mountain. And we see multiple people, going at it, and it looks like this guy right here is sitting here suffering and whatnot. What's interesting, the reason why this is interesting is because the mountain, which it looks like a reaper, symbolizing death, right? So that's giving me the idea of maybe purgatory or maybe they're in hell, especially with these fire graphics right here, and the fact that it's all red and we got death right here. I mean, it's kind of like screaming purgatory, you know. And then the mountain also is kind of symbolizing, you know, that you're going to be eaten alive, is because if any rock climber know, and I'm not a rock climber, but I can only guess that it takes some strong perseverance, and mountain climbing definitely eats away at your stamina. And I know there's some points where you just feel like you're going to give up, you know what I'm saying? And it's a testament of your will, and some others, it might be a testament of your soul to try to reach the pinnacle because you feel this great overwhelming relief when you reach the top, you know what I mean? And then so we talked about death, right? Because it's giving me that reaper feel, which is what would happen if you fail, or if you know, they're in purgatory. We got what looks like eating, you're getting eaten, right, with the teeth and everything, because that type of climb, it gnaws at your soul. Right? And then the mountain, because as people are climbing, trying to reach their goal. Okay, this was amazing, and I love music like this. And honestly, I guess I wouldn't mind listening to a whole bunch of other instrumentals, because my mind gets to play around, and I'm always thinking of like the most weirdest things. And I swear to you, I think the stuff that I'm telling you guys is absolutely insane. But either way, this was an excellent request from my Patreon. You guys let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.